The Monday, April 15th, 2024 Inkster City Council meeting is called to order. Everybody, let's please stand for the prayer. Who's going to lead us in prayer? Pastor Hearn, front row. Oh, you were delegating?
Pastor Owen.
Pastor Owen.
Let every heart pray. Father, we thank you today for your amazing grace and love. We thank you for the city of Inkster, for everyone that serves, those that were elected to serve, those that are employees. We are thankful for all the residents, those that live, work, and play in the city of Inkster. We thank you for guidance and judgment for them to always do what pleases you and us. In Jesus' name, amen.
Thank you. Now let's do a pledge of allegiance. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
roll call.
Mayor Nolan,
Present.
Mayor Pro Tem Chisholm,
Present.
Councilwoman Rutledge,
Present.
Councilman Bishop,
Present.
Councilwoman Scott,
Present.
Councilwoman Howard,
Here.
Councilwoman Richardson.
Here.
Mayor, you have a quorum.
First of all, everybody take a look at the agenda. First, let me apologize for us being late. We had a long closed session. But we are here. We're gonna try to roll through this meeting. Got some important stuff on the agenda. Do we need to add or take anything off?
Yes, you need to add item C.
Okay, item C, Real Estate Commission, Kirsten Barge.
Yes.
And item B.
Okay, rate increase, we're gonna set up a special meeting. Okay, special meeting for a rate increase.
I thought we were doing the one that's out just.
Oh, I'm sorry, we're not doing that now?
City authority.
Okay. Okay, rate increase authority.
Yes.
Okay,
I thought I'm sorry. I thought it was negotiating that we were.
Yeah.
Create.
yeah, same thing. Authority to negotiate.
Okay.
Okay, so that's gonna be item D. You're writing a legal bill. Okay, anything else we need to change on the agenda? Do we have a motion to approve?
Some always second.
Been properly moved to second. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. I guess it passes. Presentations, Who believes? I can't even go into this. Sure, go ahead.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. As some of you may or may not know, we have some Inkster residents, two young ladies that have toured historical Black college universities. In that, once I found that information out, I was in talks with Councilwoman Rutledge and Mayor Nolan, and we felt that they are owed some type of recognition in this city. Therefore, we are here tonight, and they are here present with us to present congratulatory letters to Priya Williams and Brooklyn Simpson, recipients of the West County NAACP's first Historical Black College University Tour. First and foremost, one, they have SATs in the morning, so we all wish you all the best of luck on that, and we're sorry that we kept you because you do need your rest. And secondly, would you and your family members please approach for the presentation this evening? And council, we could go down with them for a photo opportunity to show them our appreciation.
You got read? You go lonely out.
No. I got the dice by myself.
I guess you could find the best one or see. I didn't look at it. There are no.
First thing your phone will didn't.
So real quick to everyone, just so my colleagues will feel good or whatever you want to say. I believe Priya lives in Councilwoman Richardson's district and Brooklyn lives in Councilwoman Rutledge's district. And so again, I'm going to go ahead and read this all to you. and this is to both of them, Miss Priya Williams and Miss Brooklyn Simpson. We'd like to formally congratulate you on being recipients for the Western Wayne County NAACP's first historical Black College University tour. As you may or may not know, there are a select few of students who are afforded the opportunity to attend a college tour, especially at an HBCU. We are excited that you were able to participate and conduct yourselves as exceptional young ladies from the great city of Inkster. We hope the experience has given you more insight, displayed an integral part of the education process, and inspired you to continue seeking higher goals. We stand with and encourage you on your next endeavors. This step is just a pebble on the path of a journey called life that we know you will effortlessly become successful in. We look forward to continued updates and for great things to come from you. Please feel free to reach out at any time and let us know how we can be of assistance. Now, while we are very proud of you, we do implore you to be active in your community. Reason being, we desire your input about what are some of the things that young people like yourselves would like to see happening in Inkster. We are very aware that the city needs to be inviting and inclusive of a certain level of appeal, especially after graduating college. We always need graduates to return home and be leaders in the community. Now, I did say we look forward to speaking with you soon, but you're here, so this is soon enough. Mr. Mayor, would you do the honors and present them?
Now, is please,
That one is Priya in your right hand.
get this confess that you believe your goal. Right, 3 times. You want to get
You're the mayor of this city. Be praying with your parents. Messed up.
Sleep by that Lord. Right. Jerry about this. It's really fun. And then nothing. Oh, see, when you reach, I got the marathon. Something. Oh, yeah, I keep it able. But he ain't getting us that. They're out there this today. He's like, Listen, it's so Alex, or we're happy to each other. These things are what you call it, but the man's we have there's some I'm like a cheap away as we don't want. The thing you bought. I'm sip, I'm saying, well, it's one play on Greg or that. Listen,
Councilwoman Scott. Councilwoman Scott, I need those shoes. What size are those?
Wait, you saw this too? It's too hard to I had a case together. Usually the dog we got nothing here, but you do the tops to play this to go on this thing. One of which one the world goes on.
Okay, now we're gonna move down to public hearing. Is your looking?
A public hearing to create a neighborhood enterprise zone, NEZ, in the Planned Unit Development District, 72 parcels in the site known as Annapolis Point.
Do we have a motion to open the public hearing?
Second.
Been properly moved and supported. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Passes. Okay, Derek, take it away.
Okay, so an NAC is a qualified local unit of government by resolution may designate one or more NEZs in a local governmental unit. The NEZ must contain at a minimum platted parcels of land, and land must be compact and continuous. The maximum number of parcels and maximum percentage of acres may vary depending on the designation. The NEZ that we are proposing to do is for new construction, for what's the private lease, Annapolis Point. This would allow for those 72 parcels, once they're constructed, to get a tax rate in half. So if it was $6,000, it would be $3,000 for the proposed taxes on the property.
All right. So this is a public hearing where anybody can come up to the mic, make a comment, question, whatever you like to say. We're required by statute to have a public hearing. Ms. Stanton, come on up.
It's real.
And come on. Get your steps in, come on.
How the you say that hot but isn't there at the top?
Yes. The recommendation was for 15 years, but it can be shorter with the discretion of the council.
And after the 15-year period,
It didn't adjust itself to,
what the current grade is at that time?
that's correct.
Any other comments? Please come to the mic.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
I'm just wondering, got the letter. I live in Annapolis, on Annapolis. Probably know me will be able to. I see people. I just wanted to know. I've been looking and searching. I got this letter, but and then when I was reading, I said, I'm college educated, and I'm still having difficulties getting the grants. And then when he's saying what he just said, isn't just for the new, and the funds that's always be there.
That's correct.
Yeah.
At some point, maybe the council might consider, but the houses that were built around Annapolis Point are relatively young in the sense of the project.
Yeah.
So that's why they weren't included in the.
So this is not even concerning my IRS.
Well, it was because you're within 300 feet of the project itself. By law, we have to notify
You
you.
have to notify. Yeah, that's okay, guys.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
It's night.
Oh, I'm sorry. What's your name, sir?
I'm sorry. Joseph Stan.
Thank you, Mr. Sanders.
You gotta pull that phone back down to one person. This come up. Okay.
Ms. Wiley, can you pull the mic close to you, towards you?
So,
Thought you weren't gonna be able to hear me?
Yeah, I was worried.
I'm like the gentleman there. I have struggled with this since last time. Make it make sense to me. How does it benefit the city of Inkster? And I think there is some things that we're not taking into consideration. Like you said, one, how does it impact the people around the people getting this tax break? Number two, most of our property taxes are predicated on residential taxes, but we're giving this away, and I don't understand how it benefits Inkster. Number one, these houses, I believe I saw last time, they're like $249,000. And I'm trying to figure out who is going to buy property here for that amount. We don't have, everybody complains about the school system. That's one of the things we need for to a community. Number two is, like you said, it's, I don't understand how it benefits Inkster. It benefits the developer, yes. It might benefit buyers, but there's no guarantee you're gonna have buyers based on the situations I've pointed out. Because, like I said, we have to begin to remember the initial Annapolis Point project. That was supposed to bring all kinds of things in, and we end up paying that off for years and years and years. Then we have to remember once again, Stratford Place. That was $149,000 to move in. And I understand you can get one of them now for, pocket change. So I'm trying to understand how we're gonna benefit. And I'm just saying, make it make sense to me, because right now it doesn't.
Okay,
Thank you.
thanks. Any other comments? Come on up.
I don't think you fall people they just said, oh,
Hi, Ms. Dustin.
I'm from Inkster and a graduate of HBCU, so we do come home sometimes. I guess reading it, I would recommend a shorter time period, unless the developer has shown that they need a longer time period to make the project pencil out. I am presuming also that there is a project that is already in mind for this. So I guess I would ask, do we have information from the developer that shows how much of a time frame they need tax abatement to last?
Well, it's not so much for the developer, it's for whoever buys the home, the future Inkster resident or current Inkster resident.
Yes.
How much do they need tax abatement for to make it viable for them to purchase?
Okay.
I mean, the developer's right behind you, but But since we're, it's a public hearing, I want to address what Ms. Wiley said too, because you can stay right here.
Sure.
What we're trying to do is increase the number of residential homes in our city. The only way we're gonna get additional tax revenue is by building more homes and commercial developments. If you build a $250,000 house, first of all, my little small house is worth $150,000. So if you build these bigger houses now, the taxes on a $250,000 house, I think they said in their presentation, would be over $6,000. I think it was like $6,500. Well, that's gonna deter most buyers from purchasing the home. The reason why I wouldn't buy a house, because obviously I'm from Inkster, but I wouldn't buy a house in Birmingham because the taxes are so high. I'm not gonna buy a 2,000 square foot house and pay $8,000 a year in taxes. So that's the situation we have. So we don't give a tax abatement, the developer won't be able to sell the homes. If they can't sell the homes, we won't get the tax revenue. It's not fair to the people who built the home 5 years ago who are paying, it's not fair, I understand. It's not fair to me, who my house was built in 1956. It's not fair. But if we want to grow it as a community, as far as residentially based, we have to offer these kind of incentives to get new construction done. That project's been sitting there since 2008 or 2009 when they foreclosed. It's 2024. We've had many suitors come and say, hey, I want to do something there. They crunch the numbers and they're thinking they can't sell it for enough to make money off of it, so they don't do it. Well, now the property values are so high that I believe if you build a 2,200 square foot house, you're gonna be able to sell it for $250,000 easy. But that's the thought. It's not perfect. It may not work out perfect. It didn't work out last time we did it. But we have to do something. We can't just sit here and throw our hands up.
And then from my understanding, it's supposed to almost like balance, it's supposed to incentivize us as council and leadership to help bring you all's taxes down as well. So they should all end up kind of like evening out within that 10-year time slot.
Yeah.
Okay.
So a bigger house should bring up property values as they rise. Let's say we do it for 10 years or 12 years, whatever. By the time that period is over, we should all be leveling out.
And how many units are you considering?
72.
That's a two.
Two. Yes. All right, thank you.
Thank you. Great questions. And good question, Ms. Wiley, also. Anybody else would like to comment or question?
Maybe on the about this issue or bigger?
For right now, yeah. This is just a public hearing on this, NEZ, yeah. Sure, come on up, Ms. Taylor.
Good. So, good evening.
Good evening.
Yes, every we all want to grow our city. And as realtors, it's important that the price and the new home buyers be able to afford the taxes because that will be a deterrent. And in order to develop in areas absolutely not, you gotta get a tax rate. And it happens in a lot of cities. And this, and like they said, it will balance out. So it will help us sell. It will help food owners be able to come in and also have a little cushion and give them a little time to get to that point. Because $6,000 is a lot in taxes, and it will deter. A house, 2-bedroom house just sold on North Fork for $111,000, and it was only on the market for 20 days. So can you imagine? So yes, I think it will be a blessing to the city of Inkster to get that tax revenue, even at it is tolerate. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Anybody else? Yeah,
Two people.
let's walk.
Hello, everyone.
Okay. Hey, Ms. Bradshaw.
My name is Stephanie Bradshaw. I live over in the area as well. I think it's a good idea. When I had my house assessed maybe about a month ago, it was valued at $235,000. So I think you will get $250,000 for a brand new house. I wanted to know, will they just be selling the larger homes, or are the houses going to be like different size square footage as far as 2,200 you mentioned, Mayor? Will they be small? Will there be smaller homes like 1,500 square feet, 1,700?
I'm sorry, I was just throwing out a number, but the developer is behind you. Mr. Pastor Hearns, can you kind of give us an idea what the size of the homes were going to be?
First, I think I read out in 22.
Okay.
Okay, that's 1,600 to 22.
What are you doing? In death.
Okay, so when I bought my home, the city of Inkster helped my family out. They gave us a grant. And we had a grant for $30,000
Wow.
to go into closing with our home. We also had a program that we went through,
And the program, if you were a first-time home buyer, you got $10,000. So we walked into our closing with $40,000 that we did not have to come out of our pocket. So I was wondering, is it any kind of program that you guys are seeking for these home buyers to be able to have grants of that source? 30,000 if they're new home buyers, maybe 10,000. We just went to a class and they gave us $10,000. And thank you, City of Inkster, for giving us the other $30,000 through your grant program. So I was wondering if you have any idea if you could actually get people who want to buy these homes this type of money so they can go into closings, with, without coming out of their pocket.
From my understanding, in the presentations and even just asking similar questions, they're doing like first-time homeowner like seminars and classes, and they're going to help them reach out for those different grants that are like statewide as well to help them with their closing costs as well.
So Mr. Hanks, I think some home buyer grants, ways to get down payment and stuff.
So they're going to like help, they're going to help the homeowners as well, because a lot of them may be, people like my age, right, who hasn't bought a house yet, right? So we're going to need that, help, especially for a house of that price. And so they're going to come in and, from my understanding, come in and help as well.
Okay, thank you.
Sorry. Pastor Hans? I'm sorry. We don't, go ahead.
On that same note, with those incentives, the state of Michigan gives up to $80,000 in incentives as long as we keep the houses under a certain price point. So that's where we're doing our best in due diligence to try to keep the prices down so that the price point for the affordable homes won't be any more than $240,000, but they'll get an $80,000 break for the new home buyer. So that's a good enough incentive, I think, to buy a house.
Yes, they fashion.
Great. So working on that right now. I feel good.
That first 60 pounds.
That's great.
We know about I'm Lenoria Warmack. I do agree. Young people need to buy houses, but if you're like me, I really don't plan on dying real quick. Hopefully I don't. So with all the houses around me going up in price, they went up with almost, $150 this tax year. Pretty soon, I'm on a fixed income. You're going to tax me out of my house. What is going to be the incentive for the seniors that have houses now to stay in their houses? It's like you're just pricing us, and where are we going to go? I mean, just die off, or what y'all want us to do?
No, we want you to stay. Hopefully, if the property values keep rising, then we can start to lower the taxes. Now, I'm not saying next year, but if we build more houses and the property values keep rising, now we can ask for less from each person or a lower tax rate because we have more houses and our property values are going up. Now, the good news, they're going up. The bad news, we got to pay more when they go up. I mean, so we're not trying to run you out, but hopefully it'll, like you said, it'll balance out. 15 years from now, if your house is worth $225,000 or $200,000, you're going to roll up your house as $200,000, $225,000. Your same house, because I've been to your house. So if we get to that point, then we can lower the tax rate. So you won't just keep going up and up and up. We can lower the tax rate.
I'm going to hold you to that.
Okay.
Thank you.
Stephanie, come on. No.
I was just at a meeting, and they said, after so many years, especially seniors get discounts and can fly. So we want to always let seniors know not to worry, always come and see the treasurer. But I want to honestly say to everybody, the amount of money it costs to rent right now, $12 to $14 to $1,600 is more than what a mortgage payment gonna come. So we have to do something because the rent is more than a mortgage payment. Yeah. So it's that person to die. I mean, it's better for them to buy because rent is really high, and that's just a given, and it's a shortage.
You're right.
So that's all I want to say.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Ms. Daniels?
Yes.
Come on. Get them steps in.
With regard to the grants, lenders most of the time always have grants. Right now, today, as I speak, First Merchants can get you $34,000 for first-time home buyer. So I guess our goal is hopefully, like you said, if we have more homes, it will increase the value of our community, not just in the housing part, but everything else.
Everything.
So when you have a better housing community, everything increases. We might even get our schools back.
And look,
Should say it now.
some people better say, but step,
And don't forget to say your name when you come up. Good evening.
you're in it, well,
How you doing?
my name is here,
Okay.
here, live on Springville.
Okay.
Begin with, in 208, Mayor, we had a collapse of the housing throughout this whole area.
Yep.
That whole area, well, there was home, it was knocked down, there was planning to put up big homes. And, and when money came to a crunch, all of that collapsed.
Yep.
The second point, that area that is west of Townsend Tower, where they put up all those new places,
Stratford Place.
their program was close to or similar to what you're saying here.
Yep.
And as that program developed and came to a conclusion, they did not have the market for buyers, so they turned it into a Section 8. That's right. Okay? The third thing, most majority of it, that's how they did.
Okay.
The third thing that's the most important to me is that it's not what you're trying to do that's going to benefit me, because in 15 years, I'll probably be on the other side of Jordan unless it's a miracle. What I want to know, who and what cost is it going to be to the city of Inkster for the infrastructure, for the sewage, for the streets, for the trees, for the city lighting? Is the developer is going to assume all those costs? I would like to know. Would you please?
Yeah, the infrastructure is largely already there. The sewer lines, the streets,
It's not. No, it's not. I want to correct you because my memory ain't failed me yet. 3 years ago, I had 6 inches of water, 12 inches of water in my basement. Since then, yes, they don't put in sewage lines, and the pumps that went out, they didn't replace the pumps, and we got now, that whole area, what was done that corrected the problem that we had on water in our basement and stuff of this nature? Is it, or was it planned for future of that area for housing development? Or will it require that the city of Inkster invest a little bit more in infrastructure to absorb that? That's my question.
I'll make sure I understand it. When I say infrastructure, I was talking about the infrastructure at Annapolis Point, the roads and the sewers. They were put in back in 2008, 7, 6. I'm not sure if they're there for everything as the development gets bigger. I'm not sure. So the developer is gonna have to certainly build the houses. They paid for the infrastructure in theory when they purchased the land from the city of Inkster. I think the infrastructure cost was part of the reason they came up with the number they came up. Correct me if I'm wrong, Pastor Hearns. Okay, so that infrastructure is there. It's always gonna cost us more to improve our infrastructure, so that's gonna happen throughout the city. We're working right now, we just started that because we got money from the American Rescue Act, $59 million. 10 million in loans, 49 million in grants. We don't have to pay back. That's a good start. But you can only imagine what it's gonna cost to do the whole city. I mean, we're talking a lot of money. But that's money that we don't have to go out and borrow now as residents. We're doing some other things. We're replacing our water meters. You know the water system doesn't work correctly. We have to go out and borrow that money to buy this new system, just like we borrowed the money to buy the system before that. We spent over $5 million on the old system that never worked. We're about to spend $3.5 million, hopefully, on a system that works. So we're continuously having to improve our infrastructure on everything we do. So the answer is yes. It's probably not a detailed answer, but if you want to call Derek Dowdell, who's sitting up here, or get with him before you leave tonight, I can get you.
I don't need that
You don't need it?
fun celebration coming after me.
Okay.
I don't want them to be hit with on Isaac Street. And when they look across the street at West End, you see it, the streets, I got nipples and tacos and whatnot. And they call forward, and they got some dust, they got apples, we got now, and whatnot. This about 65% of the frequent the state of Esther got the garden and the labor.
That's true. That's true.
That's what I am talking about. I'm talking about the generation that is coming after me.
Mm-hmm.
I can deal with it for the next whatever few days there for me, but I want all of us to be realistic on the cost. And who's gonna meet this dog? Who's gonna pay this guy? They gave me the time they're running out was they can put our hand out in Sullivan, big state. All the federal government is going to be a Santa Claus on Easter Bunny Jewels. We are going to have to be brought up to state that our own cost and obligation. That's what I'm thinking to count.
Well, Mr. Shepherd, all I can say is you're not wrong.
Different.
You're not wrong.
Let's say something.
Anybody else have any statements?
See this one before?
Sure.
I said, are they going to have a homeowners association when they build these new homes, which I think would be a good thing to have, so that you can sort of kind of keep things in order? Because not having a homeowners association had caused, some of the homeowners over there to have to deal with the ordinance not doing what they supposed to do when it comes to the homes and what you should have around the homes and everything. Is nothing we can do about it. We have to live with it. So I just wanted to know, will this new area be under a homeowners association? And if so, I'm sure all the other homes will be included, which is fine with me.
Pastor Hines?
Yes, that was a question that was on the table with the last administration when we first approached them with this as to whether there would be a homeowners association. And the answer to that question is yes.
Okay.
There will be one, so that the upkeep of the properties will be uniform across the board, which is for the benefit of everybody within the realm of the development. And if the possibility exists, there's even an opportunity to possibly even make it gated to even enhance the quality of life in that area. But that's another issue that we'd have to probably bring back before council once we do this model action. All right. And one thing, Mr. Is it Shepherd?
Yep.
Brought up. He brought up the Stratford Place development, and just for the record, my father bidded on that project as well when it first came out, and he was actually awarded the project. Now, one thing's for sure, if we want to keep getting what we're getting, just keep doing what we're doing. But past administrations were not operating with the level of credibility that they should have been operating under. We got all the way to the closing for that project, and they threw a partner in from Detroit on the project with him, and he walked away from it. And the understanding was that because there was so much familiarity with him since he grew up in the community, they didn't think he could do it.
Right.
So they brought someone in from Detroit. Matter of fact, there was a gentleman that made that big blunder in Detroit that bought a warehouse for $80 million during the Young administration when they were building the Pole Town plant. His name was Emmett Moulton. Familiar with him? They brought him in and told him he would be my father's partner. The city administration, he walked away. He didn't want to be a part of that. This Annapolis Point project as well. He bidded on this over 25 years ago. Wow. We came to the table with a $5 million grant from HUD to pay for all of the infrastructure in the development. It was being given to us because we were a nonprofit housing development corporation. The other company that had it was a for-profit, therefore they weren't eligible for the grant. the city chose to spend its money with the developer to put the infrastructure in. Once again, I'm measuring my words here, but the credibility of our council during those years was not what it is now. And the developer ended up going bankrupt. Now, at the same time, we were building houses right across Annapolis.
Right.
And sold every one of them during that time. And the development is up and running right now. 29 infill houses, 34 brand new subdivision right there on Courier Street.
Right.
Now, we were able to do this and put first-time home buyers in those homes, and they're reaping the benefits of that. So I understand his concern, but it's not you all's problem as to what happened years ago. But we need to plant the seeds for the future. And even though he said he may not be here, I might be on the other side of Jordan as well by the time this is done. But at least I'll know I made a mark in trying to make something happen for my children and my grandchildren. So, and one last thing. The Bible tells us a lack of vision are people that perish. When 1959, J.L. Hudson came to Inkster, wanted to build Westland Mall at the corner of Inkster Road and Michigan Avenue. He came with this very same request. He asked for a 10-year tax abatement. City Council told him no, that he would have to pay taxes from the day he took the property over, because they felt they had a monopoly, because during that time, Michigan Avenue was the only western corridor leading out of Detroit. So they said, you ain't got nowhere else to go where you're going to pay us. So where is it now? It's in Westland. And look at all of the development that's around there. We need to start looking ahead. I think Teddy Pendergrass put it best when he said, wake up, everybody. You know, it's time for us to start thinking ahead. No more backwards thinking. Yeah. I'm done.
Any other comments? All right, do you have a motion to close the public hearing? Oh, sure, come on up to the podium. Please state your name.
Oh, well, Irene, when are y'all talking about break wild list? Or is it not a guaranteed thing?
The closing will be Friday.
Oh, so I'm going through and you go start? Probably start making late summer or okay, that was it.
Thank you.
I'm gonna get the chance to ask another question. Public comment.
Public comments, you can come up and speak. Did you fill out one of these?
Yep.
Okay, grab one of those, fill it out.
Then do we have rights to our other yes, and I think to solution sign up and getting out in cup.
Yeah, you session. Yeah. Hold up, hearing's still open.
Okay, I just want you to know that, it's a great program. But I think 15 years is a lot on 72 partials. Maybe we should cut it down to maybe 15 partials, just to see if that gets going on, because they can always come back and,
You mean cut down on the number of parcels?
to be tax abatement, 72?
You mean the years we would cut
The
down?
years. I think we should cut down maybe on the years, maybe 10 years. 15 years is a lot. What happens when an applicant move in and they're not paying taxes, and then when they get hit with the taxes, they're not able to pay for it, and they end up losing their houses?
Well, that would be an argument to make it longer, though, wouldn't it? So if it's 15 years, that means they would have that tax abatement for 15 years instead of 10. That would help them for 15 years. If you want to make it shorter, you're just saying you think our market's going to increase very fast, so they should be able to pay the full amount within a lesser period of time. I don't know that to be true or not, so I don't want to.
That's why I'm just looking at some statistics in it, when tax abatement, it's a good program. But, 15 years, maybe, it may be a little steep. Another thing too, you said that did they pay the rest of the 360,000, or are they gonna pay that when you sign?
Friday,
Okay, so that's 360, correct?
320, I think.
320?
320, because you pay 40 for the quiet title,
Okay.
40 for down payment. Anybody else up here?
That's all I have.
Thank you. Anybody else? Okay, we have a motion to close the public hearing.
So move.
Second.
It's been properly moved to second. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Okay, the hearing is closed. Got consent agenda?
Vision.
Do I have a motion to approve the minutes from last meeting? Or any changes? Or first, we got to make a motion.
So moved. Second.
Okay, properly moved in second. Any discussion? Any changes, anything need to be made?
In my time?
Okay, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Passes. Boards and commission. Ms. nominees?
I know.
Okay,
To the beautification committee.
beautification.
Yeah, beautification, the Dar Shaw, former council person. Support. I didn't hear.
So it's been probably moved and supported to, appoint Denard Shaw to the beautification committee. Any other discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. It passes. Any more?
Mr. Mayor, I do need to get an application to Mr. Edmonds. He has interest in serving on, I believe, was it the downtown development or associate? And the beautification. Okay, so I'll get that.
His application, he just didn't attach a,
Resume?
Oh, okay.
but I have the application over here.
Mr. Edmonds?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I can.
Cool. So I guess so.
We'll be putting him on stuff.
I want to know where I visit me. I lived in for 20 years ago. I came back and I want to see my city back where I was back in 60. I say, okay, who's all that? All this trying. There'll be 40 years going on. We thought we was West Lowfield like this.
Yeah, you work?
All right, that's all I have.
All right, thank you. Any other nominations? Okay, we're going on to ordinances.
First reading, item A, to create a neighborhood enterprise zone, NEZ, in the Plan Unit Development District, 72 parcels at a site known as Annapolis Point.
That's what the public hearing is about. This is just the first reading. Next meeting, we'll have the second reading and we'll vote on it at that time. Second reading, under item B.
Second reading and approval of a zoning map amendment to allow an R-1B, one-family residential parcel to be rezoned to RN restricted multiple dwelling, low-rise, case Z 24-01 for 4301 Harriet Canterbury Estates, parcel number duly noted.
Okay, do we have a motion?
So,
So moved.
Do we have support?
second.
Okay, it's been properly moved and supported. In discussion. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Passes. New business.
Consider approval to purchase one vacant parcel, case LD 24-23. The parcel is located on the south side of Ross Street between John Daly Street and Bayhand Street. Parcel ID noted for $1,500. Please see attached Wayne County Public Records.
Do we have a motion?
You got it.
So moved.
Do we have support?
A second.
Okay. Been probably moved and supported. Discussion. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Pass. B.
Item B, consider approval of an offer to purchase one vacant parcel, case LD 24-24, located on the east side of John Daly between Princeton Street and Carlisle Avenue, which is currently and legally described as 30J 816 Lot 816, also east half adjacent to alley Westwood Van Alstyne Farm, T25 R10E L40, parcel duly noted.
Do we have a
Or
motion?
John Daly for $1,500 to CGMI Acquisitions LLC.
So moved.
Second. Been probably moved to second. Discussion. Oh, hold on. Ms. Tisdale, it's like we discuss it with the crowd during orientation. During the meeting, we don't let the crowd speak.
Awesome.
Thank you, listening.
You too, sweetie.
Oh, okay. Thank you for correcting that. On the west side of John Daly. Okay, we'll note that. Thank you. It's been probably moved and seconded. Any other discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, say nay. Passes. Item C.
Item C, consider approval of real estate commission for Curtisine Barge at 6% in the amount of $24,000.
There's a motion. Okay, been properly moved and supported. Discussion. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Passes.
Item D, approval to give authority to Mayor Byron Nolan to negotiate rate with S&B Law Firm.
Mr. Chair, I'd like to make a motion to approve for you to speak to SME Law Firm regarding the increased rate, along with Councilwoman Scott and Rutledge, Oaks Council representatives.
Okay. Okay, you do have a support.
Support.
Okay, it's probably moved and supported. Any discussion?
Is everybody okay with those selections before we go forward?
Okay, well,
To make sure.
Okay.
Sure, sure.
All right, anything else? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Passes. All right,
That's it.
okay, now we've come to public participation.
All right.
Quentin Myers.
Like, what do I see?
Good evening, Mayor.
Good evening.
Hodge, citizen of Ivory City. Szanowna zainteresowany wniający by the series. And just came to put out our pamphlet for our town hall is started today at the Dory Center. We stuff, rights, I have the session, laying out everything, all of my good see, and things that are going to be enforced. Now, Brian will start that city like back then, look.
All right.
And that there,
And Pike.
Thank you. Barbara Cooper.
Good evening, Mayor and Council.
Good evening.
Evening.
Before I talk about the good fellows, I just want to give accolades to our police department. I was so happy to see them Saturday to take Miss Hill away. And that was beautiful. Our oldest resident in the city of Inkster to have the police escort to United Memorial Gardens. That was wonderful. And secondly, I happened to be at that service at Pentecostal. I've never seen so many police in all my life. I said, praise the Lord, look at Inkster standing tall. And it was wonderful service, and I appreciate you all being there, because that was different. But Inkster was there, and they were doing their job, and I appreciate our interim police chief, Jenkins. I appreciate you. Now, the Inkster Goodfellows, No Child Without a Christmas. Our fish fry will be this Friday, September the 19th, from 11 to 5 p.m. at the Booker Doja Recreational Complex.
September. You said September?
Did I say September? I'm sorry. I'm thinking September. It is, what's this month? April. April 19th. I'm tired. April 19th. Our fish is catfish and perch. We have spaghetti beef sauce. We have spaghetti turkey sauce. We got everybody covered, okay? You don't have no reason not to get no spaghetti. We got coleslaw, we got cake, you can have pop or water. And we just asking for a $20 donation. And I would like for the whole city of Inkster to turn out for the Inkster Goodfellas. So maybe we won't have to be out there in all that rain and stuff in December. But we want to collect as much as we can to support the children of the city of Inkster. Now, I have tickets. Councilperson Richardson has tickets and flyers. I have flyers for everybody. And please come out and support. the Inkster Goodfellows. I appreciate that.
Thank you.
He's three days hard. Working. Thank you. Just a
Lenora Warmack.
and stand with till even the check of you. Oh, back up like a good man. 6 Teslas. Get us there. Goes away.
Hey,
Oh,
Gabe and I are together.
Thanks for letting us know.
We're here for the beautification committee. Okay. Now, our dates, I am Miss Warmack, or again, the old lady. Anyway, our beautification date for this month will be the last Saturday, which is April 27th. We will meet at the complex at 9 o'clock. Well, we're asking for everyone to come out. We have the gloves. We have the little pickup tools. If you sign for a pickup tool, you got to give them back to us. Bring your own. We also have the vest, so you won't get run over, so people know you're there, but you also got to give that back. You can keep the gloves, and you can keep the plastic bags.
Okay.
We will also have the dumpsters. They're going to be at Wheatley Park, at Penn and Beach Daily, Westwood Park, Stallman and East John Daly, Lamont Park. It's going to be on Middle Belt and Pine, the Brook of Dozier, where everybody know it, on Middle Belt. Okay, the dumpster is when you pick up the trash, bring it back to those locations, and you dump it in the dumpsters. Okay, we're asking people to come out and help us with that. We're also asking for new members. I was real excited when we got 2 new members today, and we're asking for more. We're asking for, I'm a female, that's my team. Anyway, well, we love females, but we also want men to help, because sometimes stuff gets a little bit heavy when you're trying to pick up. I try to pick up something, and Gabe said, come and say, don't even think about it. He picked it up. Gabe shouldn't be picking up all this heavy stuff either. So we do need some young people to come out and help us really with the cleanups. When there's an area that you designate, you driving around and you see an area that really looks awful, and I'm gonna say right there by the old Inkster High School, we'll clean that up, and by the end of the day, go back the next day, it'll look like we haven't done anything. That's the same way that's parts of Inkster Road. That's the same way on Harrison. That's the same way on Pine. Certain streets we see that we clean up, and we come back, and it looks like we haven't done anything. Part of the beautification committee, we also go around the city and pick up trash on these dates, but also when it's not these dates. And that's what we're asking for the citizens to do also. When there's trash in front of your house, when there's trash on your block, we're asking you to pick it up, because we talk about how all other cities are cleaner. I'm not saying that they're not. But I'm saying right now, Inkster don't have a whole lot of money. We can't send street sweepers out there 2 and 3 times a week. Street sweepers for Inkster right now is gonna be us with our hands and bending down and picking the stuff up. And that's what we're asking people to do. We are hoping to get the new flyers out as soon as possible with all our new dates. Just letting you know, the dates for the basic cleanup, the citywide, is always the last Saturday of each month. Beautification committee meetings are the second Monday at 4:30 of each month. So that's for our new members, and we're asking all the council members, search your area and get us some more people that are interested in the beautification, because we need everyone to help keep our city clean.
Okay, what question we get? I was saying, okay, the main location, book though, the wet complex, that's where you can pick up the gloves, trash bags, just dip up, and say if you do clean up an area, and, so you got bad steps, so you call it activating, those of that location, I got where's a truck, I have to pick it up, so I'll be there, say, that 2 bags, how many if I pick it up, just
come back and that's another they can finish and take it to the dust.
Okay.
Okay, and on May, the month of May, we usually do a week early because we try to do it a little before the Lord Day. So that day, that'll be 18. That'll be
18.
May 18th, that's for our May Day.
right, okay, so it'll be a week early. For the rest of it's usually last Friday, last Saturday. Last Saturday on the block. Boy, from April 9th, should start slow.
Okay.
And hello, found I thought do. I'm just all that. So, and I appreciate the new number going in. They help us keep our special event full here. And that host like me, back in all this delivery. He said, yeah. Yeah, like.
Right.
I was like,
All right, thank you, both of you.
I had a. Tyler, what the question?
Question.
Ms. Womack? Yes. Ms. Womack? Come on, we got a question.
Oh, hold on.
Yes, ma'am. Back in the day, we would get with the judge, the court, because they would have people doing community service and cleanup. Have we tapped into that?
Yes, we have, and they've given us the supervisor's name, so when they're available, they will.
Okay.
You know, I mean, the supervisor, but they do have other dates and other things that they're doing. So sometimes I think, I'm not gonna say exact, but they had to do things at the rec complex. So they did like the grounds, but they didn't really go out that much. So we have contacted them, and they are available. They will come out and help.
Okay.
And even when they'll contact us we have specific area that we want them to do, regardless of the date, they will do that for us.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Real quick, Ms. Warman,
Ms. Womack?
just piggybacking on what Councilwoman Richardson was saying, I know different sorority groups and different community groups adopt different areas in Inkster to do their cleanups on specific days. And I was wondering if maybe a formal communication went out to them to alert them of the date to the IBC. So that way maybe a collaboration could happen on those particular days and expand the reach on those days versus, for instance, Seize the Feed. I went out with them one day and we went on Inkster Road from Avondale down to Michigan Avenue. Now, we were out there just that particular day, but then your days are on Saturdays on, periodically throughout the month. So, and I know, and I'm just going to use the Zetas because I saw their flyer recently. I'm not showing favoritism to anybody, but they adopt roads too for different areas. So I was just wondering if a formal communication might have went out to invite them to join in collaboration.
I can send it.
Okay. They do have Pacific areas, I think.
Okay.
I mean, because I don't know if their president has changed or whatever. I don't know, because I'm not an AK. I'm not a sorority. I'm just me. Okay. But I do know that they have adopted an area at the complex, and I think they've adopted a park. But when we get our flyer, and when I find out who they are, I will reach out to them. But I do know they have adopted an area, but we just kind of don't know exactly what they're actually doing still.
Okay.
But I will make sure we reach out to them once we get our flyers.
Okay. Thank you.
The main thing, is the kickoff thing comes to them. We do have, sheet, side sheets for what they want. About a park they want to clean. They got a certain street, like say, 60 feet I know right off Inkster Road, up and down that area where we took to, like that. They keep that area.
Yep.
And it's all about, like I said, no one just cares about they used to clean up there. I quite understand. I'm on my track thing, I think Michigan Avenue. Not Michigan Avenue, Little Bell Park. Again, the wonderful park you picked up in the Elvis, developing the tick house to the end. As I was side with my exercise, shouldn't have.
No, it is.
That's why we have some organizations that have a certain area that they keep clean anyway.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying we know exactly who those organizations are, but when you call them, or one of the council members, they'll tell us, oh, so-and-so always does that.
Mm-hmm.
So we want to keep that going, but sometimes the beautification does not know exactly who those people are.
So we can,
Unless we go out there, sometimes we're doing something and we say, oh, who are you? And they'll tell us. And sometimes we can get to work together and sometimes we don't. We do try to include. And if you all know any group that actually does that, let us know so we can make sure we put that on our list so we know who's doing what.
Okay.
Okay.
and if you had some youth, they had to do extra credit for school, we usually get a certificate, they could take it back, to the school and that's showing that you have been held up. That's something also.
Come here.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Pastor Gene Overman.
Actually, but not to speak, so I'm going to be very brief. We're just looking for support for after-school Operation Refuge. If you like to volunteer, or if you have a specialty, we're looking for people that are great with trig in the junior 11th grade. So if you know someone, spread the word, calculus trig, we're looking for that. But Monday through Friday from 3 to 6, we can use that support. Thank you.
Jim Booker over there. James, he's good with trig. He loves it.
Oh, wonderful.
Also, is there a sign up? Did you want us to sign up or did you just want to pop over and help?
Yes, and yes. And you can actually go to our website, www.operationrefuge.org, and you can sign up there and volunteer there. Thank you very much, Lynn.
James, I'll be that you.
He gonna beat you up when you get home.
He said they need to get out.
Calculus, yes, he loves it.
Beat you up when you get on school through our path. Yeah, all you have to do is say what you need and not feel. So thank you.
Welcome.
Gina Wilson Stewart.
Keep this minute.
Let's go to me. Here.
Good evening, Mayor and Council.
Good evening.
Residents of the city of Inkster. Regina Wilson Stewart, 345 Beechwood, River Rouge. Coming today as the president of the Western Wayne County branch of the NAACP. I want to thank you guys for recognizing our students today from our youth branch. We raised money from our golf outing that we had last year, and the money we raised from there helped us pay for the students to go on the Black College tour, which is great. So we're going to have another golf outing this year, and you guys can participate. It's going to be on August 18th. It's at the Gillianhurst Golf Course in Redford. So, we move it around since we're responsible for 24 cities. So we can't have everything in the same spot each year. So this one will be in Redford. So if you guys want to participate, you can have a foursome. I don't know how to play golf. But you can just come out and support the kids because you see we had 2 this time. Hopefully we're going to have 2 more next time, if not more. It all depends on how much money we raise at the golf outing. Our next event is our home buyers workshop. We had the one last year. It was at Booker Dozier, and our housing chair, Ken Scott, wanted to go back to Inkster this year. So it's going to be at Booker Dozier again. And that is going to be on May 18th. And it's all about getting ready. The houses are coming, houses are available in all cities, but we want the people to realize you just can't go in and get it. So sometimes you got to work on your credit score. Sometimes you got to work on your savings account. And sometimes you got to know about the opportunities that are available, like the down payment assistance. There's a lot of those out there. So that will be on May 18th, and that's at Booker Dozier. That's from 10 to 2. So please stop by and participate. And the last thing is, we rotate our general membership meetings. They're always the second Monday of each month. Well, this one coming up in May is our offsite regional meeting. It will be held in Belleville at the Belleville Library. Our last offsite was held in Canton, and we had an awesome turnout. So we are looking forward to people to come, because we don't know the mayors and the supervisors in Van Buren, Belleville, Sumter, Rockwood. You guys know who those elected officials are? Well, you might, but I don't know them that well. So this is an opportunity to get to meet them. Collaboration is awesome. Partnership is the way to get things where they might have programs that we can learn from. So we hopefully will be learning from them. And that is the 13th, I think. It's the second Monday of the month, so whatever that is, I think it's the 13th of the month. So join us at the Belleville Library on that day. And if you're not a member, you can always join. I know I have your t-shirt here and your t-shirt. So anybody who's a member of the Western Wayne County branch, you get your membership. We have a lot of you guys that are here, our members, so we're doing some great things in the communities that we represent, and we just need some more people to partner with us. That's it.
Okay, thank you. Brandon Burks,
You can give me his. He had to go to work.
you had to go? Okay.
Follow up on that. And that's it.
That's the end of public participation. Madam Clerk,
I don't know if I want to say anything. My words got stuck a few minutes ago. Just that we're continuously updating the forms on the website. We've had a few glitches, but we're starting working on that. But if you need any type of form, they are updated inside the clerk's office. So that's it.
okay, thank you. City Treasurer, the mayor's recommended budget will be presented to City Council on the 26th of this month. It'll be posted on the website, available in the clerk's office, if you'd like to take a look at it. We need to agree on 2 study session dates that same week, starting the 29th, I think is Monday. We have an extra week in this month with no city council meeting. So I need a date where everybody, or mostly everybody's available 2 days that week. When do you want to meet? I mean, Monday, we're normally already here. If that's okay with everybody, then maybe another date. Wednesday, Thursday, because you might want to look at stuff in between.
About to do Wednesday. I was thinking Wednesday.
Wednesday, Monday and Wednesday? What time?
Sorry, you said May?
No, April.
April? Okay. April, the week of the weekend of the week of the 27th?
Yeah, yeah, the 29th and then the 31st.
The third.
Oh, so 29th is Monday?
Yes.
Yeah, I need the first.
The first.
May 1st is Ms.
Always.
29th. What time you guys want to start? We can start earlier.
Yeah.
I can you get back?
I won't get back here till 5.
6?
Or
6 to be safe? 6?
5:30. I don't get off till 4:30, so.
Let's do sauce.
And 6?
6 fun.
You want to eat?
Yeah, with that.
Good. All right, 6 PM on the 29th and the 1st for our 2 study sessions.
And first.
We'll see how far we go. If we need another study session, we'll schedule it for the week after that. Then we'll present, hopefully we'll be voting on the budget in May. Well, we have to vote on the budget in May, to get it in by the June 1st deadline.
Mr. Chair, will you give us books prior to this?
Oh, yeah.
So we can go through it before we can, you
Yeah.
know, and have questions when we get? Okay,
26, I'm gonna email you all. Oh, I'll give you, you need a hard copy?
Yeah.
Okay.
okay.
We haven't read it.
Not 100% sure how much pertains, but where are we at with the audit? All right, so we can use that to,
We're getting close
okay.
to starting the audit.
Oh, starting or ending?
There's a lot of documents that we needed in order to start the audit.
Wow.
And it's like finding a needle in a haystack. Some of them don't exist. You know, we having to go backtrack and create documents because things weren't done properly. So it's a nightmare. I mean, it's really a nightmare. But we're close. We only have 4 more things we have to compile. We're talking to the auditors this week to set the time when they're going to start. But we're late. I mean, and we're running up against deadlines now where we're going to miss out on money.
You gonna let I miss our
You
money?
know, so we have some real hard deadlines. One of them is for the bonds to get the water meters.
Oh, wow.
You can't get a bond if you don't have your audits in. You got to be up to date with everything. And you can't get your revenue sharing either. So you can't get grant money unless you're up to date. So we are fighting through some challenges right now, but we're getting close. We're getting close. Okay. Mayor and Council Communication. Councilwoman Scott.
I had something, but it's okay. Shop Inkster. I think that's it for now.
Councilman Bishop.
Be quick, and they already get up out of here. Like she said, shop Inkster, I'll reiterate that. And just want to thank you guys for coming out, especially the seniors. Everything we do up here is not without risk. You know what I'm saying? We all know the city is kind of in rough shape, but I know we spent a lot of time up here talking about what's happened in the past when realistic, all we can really do is what's best to move forward, you know? And I feel like it's with you guys, the seniors, and everybody in this room right now that has that institutional knowledge of what's been done, so we can try to make changes moving forward and mediate some of those risks that we see going forward with some of the things we are presented with. So that's all I got. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Councilwoman Rutledge.
April is National Child Abuse Prevention Month, and I just did a PSA on the international sign of distress. And so that sign is to raise your hand, put your thumb inside of your palm, and put your 4 fingers down. That is the sign for that, is to do that, for the international sign of distress. If you see this sign, I'm encouraging all adults and parents to teach this to their children, and also for adults, for you to learn this sign. If you see this, and get someone help, that means they need help. They're giving you the symbol that they need help. Thank you.
Wow. Hey, can you demonstrate that again, please? Okay, gotcha. Got it. Councilwoman Richardson.
First, I would like to thank my chief Les, the police department.
She's right there.
Oh, okay, girl, I couldn't see you.
Good to see you.
She is fine, Tony.
I want to thank you just for the job that you're doing. So I live off Michigan Avenue. I hear you 24/7. I can't thank you guys enough. I know that it's a rough job out there, and I just want to say thank you. I have to thank you, Kate. Thanks. Also, I was invited by Reverend Jim Holly. They had a Zoom meeting with the U.S. Department of Commerce at his church, Little Rock Baptist Church. And they had as the speaker the Deputy Secretary Graves. They talked about, and they're located in Washington, they did say that they had infrastructure dollars available.
And
So I guess we have to do all this stuff so we can apply for it, but they do have dollars available. They also discussed there's work here for people that need it, have to be 55 and above. They need workers to do tutors, like she was saying, customer service, food service, administrative support, etc. And I do have the information. I'm going to copy it and get it to my young lady over there. Also, they submitted information here that I brought. There is free college tuition. 313 Michigan Reconnect. They have free college tuition for 2 years. They also talked about how a church can apply for daycare. They can build a daycare onto their building, and there's grant money available for that. So the information that I have, they also have business loans for new construction and rehab. There's a name and number for you to contact. I'm going to make copies of all this, and we're going to get it to our young lady there. I can make copies and put them at the clerk station. You think prefer? Okay, I can do that. And one more thing. There's a program, Wayne County Jail Outreach Ministry, and what they're doing is this is a ministry when people are coming out of jail, Wayne County, and they have a program where they will help them. They will help them find jobs. They have clothing closet. They have food pantry. They have counseling services. They have medical and dental services. And again, I'm going to get this information to the clerk and to our person. So if anybody need any of these services, feel free to get it. That's all I have. Thank you.
Concur. Councilwoman Howard.
I don't have any problems this time.
Mayor Pro Tem.
Thank you. Yes. Tonight I wear this multicolored pendant puzzle piece and this yellow wristband in support of Autism Awareness Month, which is also April, from April 1st until April 30th. And the hashtag is Act Fearlessly for Change. So I wanted to alert you all of that, and please ask that you continue to support, be patient, and express kindness to those who may be living with autism. Also, in an effort to increase the use of Code Red, I have told a couple of my colleagues, and I'm telling the rest of you now, and Latoria Triplett from DPS, that I would stay after this evening to sign those up who have procrastinated signing up. Because a lot of persons have reached out, said, hey, how come I didn't know about this event in Inkster? Hey, how come I didn't know about this? DPS has stood here, did the presentation. They've been at different events. Most recently that I can recall was at Councilwoman Richardson and Ms. Daniels' event that was at the rec center. And they have tables set up so they could sign people up. I've signed up about 12 people over the past 7 days myself, including my mom, who was like, oh, I got an alert about the meeting tonight. This is the first one I've ever gotten because I just signed her up. And so therefore, if there's anyone in the audience tonight who doesn't know what Code Red is an emergency notification system that is used to deliver mass communications to the general public by email, text, and or phone calls. Example, road and water projects, snow emergencies, police and fire emergencies, road closures, etc. It is used to keep residents safe, informed, and assured of what is going on in the city. So please, we are asking those to sign up so we have another form of mass communication out here. It's not just limited to text messages. It's not just limited to cell phones. It is also capable of sending out emails and or calling your cell phone and or house phone. So everybody is included in this. The only thing, it won't be a person coming to your doorstep reading the announcement to you. So please, if there's anybody who needed assistance or had trouble, I will be here this evening about 10 minutes or so after. I could sign you up real quick. Ms. Triplett said she would assist in those matters as well. And also, there is a resource day that is upcoming. It is Customer Assistance Day, Inkster residents at the Booker T. Dozier Recreation Center. It is on May 4th between 9 a.m. and 4 p.m. This is, I guess, in partnership with Wayne Metropolitan Community Action Agency. This is for assistance with water, utilities, SER, income tax, and supportive housing. Appointments are preferred. To schedule an appointment, please call the Connect Center at 313-388-9799. Again, that's 313-388-9799, and that's for the Customer Assistance Day in Inkster. And if you have any neighbors, friends, or families who are your Inkster residents, please feel free to share that information with them, because I know sometimes after this event or other events have happened, they'll say they never got the word and so on and so forth. So that is all I have. Thank you very much.
And that's one of the reasons why we want you to sign up for Code Red, so we can send this information out. Just to let you know, folks who have passed due water bills from the thaw program or DTE, you're eligible to get up to $3,000 paying towards your water bill. That's a lot of money. And Wayne Metro also has the RAP program, so please encourage people to come out if they're behind on their water bills, because obviously that revenue comes to the city, that gets those folks out of trouble. We got to take advantage of these resources that we have. Two, just to give you a heads up, there's going to be an initiative for us to go paperless coming soon. Sade Crutchfield is going to be leading that up. We're going to be getting information in your water bills. We're trying to eliminate the paper costs we have of sending out your water bills every month. We spend $76,000 a year in paper. We have to cut costs. That's somewhere we can cut. You guys are going to be able to create an account on Point and Pay right on your phone, put a credit card or debit card on it, and you can pay your bills every month. We can send you the, I'm sorry, somebody. There's a service fee if you want to pay, but let me finish. We're going to send your bill out via text and email. So if you don't want to pay the service fee, you can come in, if that's what you do currently, and pay in person, no service fee. If you want to pay on your phone, there'll be basically the same service fee we have now. But that eliminates sending out all that paper bills. A lot of people, I don't even look at my bill. I'll go online, see what it is, pay it. And I come here every day, and I still go online and pay it. It makes no sense, but that's what I do. So just let everybody know, we're gonna start thinking, we're gonna change course here. We gotta be able to communicate with each other electronically. We have to be, to eliminate some of these costs. Two, we were talking about commissions and courtesy and barge. I want to say, Rochelle, let your mother know we're praying for to get better very soon. Community meeting. We're going to have a meeting about the summer camp soon. Chief, did we pick a date yet?
We did not.
Okay. we're gonna let you know, check for it on the website, we'll send it out on Code Red. We're gonna have a community meeting with all the stakeholders, the people who wanna be involved in the summer program, and hopefully that's everybody in it. So we're asking folks in the community to come spend some time with our youth during the summer. We plan to have the program from Monday to Thursday, all day, so we can make sure we can feed them. Let's teach them some things and have some fun with them. This is an opportunity for us to build community. Since our kids are going in different directions to school, every summer we can build community with our kids. So when they leave out of here, they know they have a group of folks that care about them and they have a sense of community. So I really, I need everybody to participate that in this summer. We're gonna do some fun stuff. Also, Memorial Day Parade's coming up. Don't forget, we riding bikes this year. Some of y'all need some three-wheelers. I seen how y'all ride. But pull the bike out, oil up the chain. We're gonna ride the bike this year. And if you don't wanna ride, then you can get in the convertible and ride down the street. So that's gonna be fun. Clint, we got anything coming up, any meetings on the Memorial Day Parade for the public?
The public, definitely coming up with, because maybe PD and fire chief can find to select goals together. Last year's DSA.
Okay, great. That sounds good. Okay, and May 16th at noon at the Rec Center will be 2024 first lunch with the mayor. So we want to get back to that tradition. We're not going to do it every month because it's costly and the mayor has to pay. But we're going to try to do it often, at least quarterly. Come out, you can ask whatever questions you want. It's a relaxed setting. We fellowship, we eat, break bread, and we do whatever we want to do. We talk about current issues, talk about whatever we want to talk about, spread gossip. You know, we good at that. So please come out May 16th at the Dozier Rec Center, and we're going to do that. I think that's it. So everybody have a good night. Go home and eat dinner if you haven't ate dinner, because I have.
Motion.
Motion? You got support? Support. All those in favor?
Aye.
Oh, I forgot something. Miss Nobi Mayhill, I went to her funeral on Saturday, 111 years old. We got to keep in touch with our elders. A lot of history here that I learned this Saturday. Man, you should read her obituary.
I got